Closer and closer to a nuclear event, a holocaust, Russian President Vladimir Putin found out the hard way that military operations come at a high cost. The war has effectively reached a stalemate now, with Russia even losing ground that its troops had managed to gain during the early stages of the war after fierce Ukraine counterattacks using weapons supplied by the West, mainly by the US. But Putin is not taking any chances that his country could be invaded, although neither NATO nor Ukraine has plans on Russian soil, with the exception of expelling Russian forces from Crimea, which Putin annexed in 2014. According to a new report, he ordered the construction and deployment of a batch of high-speed, nuclear-armed Poseidon drones that are essentially autonomous mini-submarines capable of producing massive tidal waves upon detonation, enough to drown an entire coastline with radioactive seawater, as reported by the British Daily Mail. The weapon, which is capable of generating 1,640-foot tsunami, is said to have an unlimited range, although the details of its unique 124-mile-an-hour underwater propulsion system are a closely guarded Russian secret. The development came as a Vladimir Putin loyalist called on state television for Britain to, quote, disappear from the face of the earth, and, quote, as it prepares to supply Ukraine with Challenger 2 tanks. Retired General Andrei Gurulev claimed to Russia 1 television network that the deployment of British and German tanks, quote-unquote, to kill us, he said, is tantamount to crossing the red line. He accused England of being cheeky and warned that the country could be wiped off the map without resorting to nuclear weapons. He said, we have to remember London so they don't try to steal the win from us. If there wasn't, there will be victory, he noted in a menacing tone. Earlier, Natural News reported on the Russian submarine that was supposed to carry Poseidon nuclear drones. Belgorod, the modern doomsday vessel ordered by the Russian Navy, is finally home more than 3 years after construction ended, the report noted in July. The Belgorod submarine is designed to carry Moscow's superweapon, nuclear-powered drones called Poseidon, which Russia claims are capable of causing nuclear tsunamis. Quote, it's a modified version of the Oscar II class cruise guided missile submarine built during the Soviet era. Belgorod's construction was completed in 2019, with the ship leaving the shipyard later this year, the report said. After sea trials under the secretive Main Directorate of Undersea Research, the submarine was transferred to the headquarters of the Russian Navy's Northern Fleet on July 8. Built by Sevmash in the port of Severodvinsk, the submarine was built under Project 09852 and officially named K329 Belgorod. The ship is the longest in the world and weighs about 30,000 tons. It was designed to hold 6 Poseidon nuclear torpedoes, each armed with a warhead of up to 100 megatons and having an unlimited range. In April 2021, we reported that the submarine was to be deployed somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, meaning its drones would be more of a threat to the West Coast than the capital, Washington, D.C. What's clear now, however, is that regardless of where these weapons are currently deployed, if Putin continues to lose ground and troops in Ukraine to Western weapons, which seems likely, his desire to use these super weapons to punish the West will increase. Yes, things are getting wilder and wilder, and as much as I think about this thing called Zelensky, the puppet of the global ruling elite, being supplied with all the weapons from almost every country in Europe, from the US, and wherever else they have the ability to promote massive weapon systems, I cannot accept this theatrical scene that has been set up. It's so obvious that through this, they have managed to implement the food crisis, the energy crisis, and in combination with whatever other foul plan they have devised to achieve what they desire, the reduction of the planet's population. What is it that they don't want to leave the world alone? You say that they have done little to us, the disgusting ones for so many years. The high-heeled boy is now coming to play it for us and a hero. And on one hand, I think that all these gatherings together who serve the plans of the Khazaria cavalry must end once and for all. On the other hand, I think about the planet, nature, and creatures that are not to blame, and I wonder why all this has such extreme situations, has reached extreme situations. But even if you see them chasing so much all that is called Christian civilization, it cannot stand. What should happen? This is translated for you from a Greek article, The Pelasgian. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box.